Good evening, it's 5 o'clock. I am Adeyege Bamigbade with the 5 o'clock news, broadcasting live from Splash FM F1 Alaye Ekiti State. Here are the top stories. FG links education spending to new data-driven allocation system. Activist justice crack 5 million naira bail in cybercrime case. ICPC denies political motive in El-Rufai's detention. News beyond Nigeria, Iran forms new maritime agency to control almost Strait traffic court grants. To the news in detail. The House of Representatives election primary results of the All Progressives Congress held in Owo, Ose Federal constituency of Ondo State, have been rejected by one of the aspirants of the party, Mr. Gani Arobo. The exercise was held in Owo, the headquarters of our local government area of the state, on Saturday, while Mr. Kayode Jalano was declared the winner of the election by the APC House of Representatives Primary Election Committee, scoring 7,098, while Arobo polled 75. In a statement issued by the Director General, Gani Rotimi, Arobo Campaign Organization, Mr. Ayo Ilifari, alleged that the exercise was marred by irregularities, describing it as an assault on democracy. According to the campaign organization, there was alleged manipulation and falsification of the results before the announcement. The statement read in part, the so-called results that have been paraded present nothing but a shame deliberately cooked up to subvert the sovereign will of the people. We reject it in its entirety as it is not democracy but as an assault on the democratic process. Despite the best efforts of the National Secretariat of the party to enhance internal democracy, the campaign group warned that the alleged manipulation of results was not only unlawful and unethical, but also undermined the democratic will of the people. Moving to Oyo State, one of the kidnapped teachers of Community High School, Ahoro Esenile in Orire local government area of Oyo State, Michael Oyedokun, has been killed. Oyedokun was beheaded in a new video allegedly released by bandits yesterday. The video obtained by a correspondent on Telegram today showed that the teacher was grossly killed after being tied and forced to speak. The viral inhuman video has raised fresh concerns over the safety of the remaining victims. Confirming the killing of the teacher, Dr. Sulaiman Olariwaju, the special advisor on media to Governor Seyi Makinde, in a statement today said the governor extended his condolences to the victims' family and assured his government would explore both nectic and non-nectic approaches to rescue others in the kidnapped den. Our correspondent gathered that the government invaded the school on Friday, May 15, and abducted the principal alongside other teachers and several students. Moving to Anambra State. In the meantime, the Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, today swore in 18 commissioners following their confirmation by the Anambra State House of Assembly. Soludo, who performed the function at the Executive Council chambers of the Government House, otherwise known as the Lighthouse in Akwa, charged the newly appointed officials to deliver optimal service to the people of Anambra State. He urged his new cabinet to prioritize the Anambra spirit of excellence, calling on them to shift their focus from the traditional celebration of political appointment to selfless public service and strict adherence to their oath of office. The Commissioner for Finance, as well as the Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of the state, had already been sworn in March, bringing the total number of commissioners to 20. Addressing the newly appointed officials shortly after the whole checking ceremony, Soludo said they were part of a Solution 2.0 team, emphasizing that their appointments were strictly a call to rigorous work, sacrifice, and public accountability rather than personal celebration. Moving on, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission has denied allegations that the detention and trial of former Kaduna State Governor Nasri El-Rufai were politically motivated, insisting that the anti-graft agency was only carrying out its statutory mandate. The ICPC also dismissed claims that El-Rufai was denied access to medical care or food while in custody, stating that the former governor had been allowed to see doctors of his choice and receive visits from family members within the agency's approved access hours. Speaking during a media briefing at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja today, the ICPC Deputy Director and Head of Media and Public Communications, John Hode, said El-Rufai remained in custody because he had yet to fulfill his court-approved bail conditions. Reacting on his health status, he said El-Rufai is in the custody of the ICPC and he is in good health. The Commission's clarification followed widespread circulation of a Hausa language video interview in which a woman identified as El-Rufai's wife alleged that ICPC officials denied her entry into the premises at about 7 p.m. on Friday to deliver food to her husband. She also accused the Commission of violating a court order granting family members access to the former governor and alleged that he was being denied food. However, the ICPC described the allegations as false and misleading, explaining that long-standing access control protocol permits visits only between 9 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. Moving on, the Minister of Education, Tuji Alausa, has said that about 80% of donor funding for education over the past decade was directed to the Northwest and Northeast, even though the two zones continue to record the lowest literacy and numeracy outcomes in the country. He made a disclosure today during a special roundtable session at the Education World Forum in London, United Kingdom, where he met the global education stakeholders and ministers to discuss Nigeria's foundational learning reforms. According to a statement signed by his media aide, Ekairu Hatta, the minister said the federal government now relies on improved data systems to better guide resource allocations and education planning across the country, noting that previous funding partners had not produced and that the desired learning outcomes. As part of its framework, the platform integrates data sets from key education agencies and bodies, including the Universal Basic Education Commission, the National Education Management Information System, Annual School Census, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, and the Nigerian Education Loan Fund. This development followed the federal government inauguration of a 25-member committee on January 27, 2025, to oversee the establishment of NEDI and develop an harmonized centralized database. Moving on, the Federal High Court in Abuja today granted bail to activist and social media commentator Justice Mark Shidebere, otherwise known as Justice Crack, and a sum of 5 million naira over alleged cybercrime offences. Justice Joyce Abdulmalik, while ruling on the bail application, ordered that the bail bond must be backed by one surety in like sum. The court held that the surety must reside within the jurisdiction of the court at a fixed address for at least 4 years and must deposit proof of residence either through a tenancy agreement or certificate of occupancy with the court registry. The defense objected to the admissibility of the flash drive, arguing that its content had neither been described nor played before the court. The matter was adjourned to May 25 continuation of trial, with the first prosecution witness yet to be discharged. Our correspondent gathered that the bail hearing was earlier stalled on May 14th, following a disagreement among members of the defendant's legal team over who should lead the defense. The disagreement led to the withdrawal of an earlier bail application filed on behalf of the activist, forcing the court to adjourn the matter till Monday for hearing of a fresh application. Moving to the news beyond Nigeria. Iran's top security body announced today the formation of a new body to manage the Strait of Hormuz, which Tehran has effectively closed and wants to charge ships to traverse. On its official X account, the Supreme National Security Council shared a post for the Persian Gulf Strait Authority, saying it would provide real-time updates on the Hormuz Strait operations and latest development. The account of the Revolutionary Guards NAV shared the same post. It was not immediately clear what the new body would do, but earlier this month, Iranian English-speaking broadcaster Press TV said it constituted a system to exercise sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz, that ships passing through the strait were sent regulations from the email info@pgsa.ir. Iran's grip over the waterway has strained global market and given Tehran significant leverage, while the United States has imposed its own naval blockade on Iran port. On Saturday, Ebrahim Aziz, head of the Iranian Parliament's National Security Commission, said Iran has prepared a professional mechanism to manage tariff through the strait, adding that it will be unveiled soon. To wrap up the news for 5 p.m. here are the top stories once again. FG Link education spending to new data-driven allocation system. Activist justice crack 5 million naira bill in cybercrime case. ICPC denies political motive in El-Rufai's detention. News beyond Nigeria, Iran forms new maritime agency to control most trade tariff cut grants. And there's it on news update for 5 p.m. on Sunsplash FM. Thank you for listening. Have a great and wonderful evening ahead. I am Adeyege Bamigbade.
Sunsplash, ibi ìtànsán tí ń tàn sí gidi. On the hills of Efalaye, on the vibrant waves, Efalaye, Lawawa, Tadim Dabiaru, Daru, you, keep it loud, on the dial, Sunsplash, FM, a lively choice.